Hey, my name's Erin, Hale. I grew up drowning worms below a bobber like every good kid did. I terrorized the backwoods on the Air Force Academy and chasing down any streams and ponds to go find fish in. First started learning about fly fishing when I was 11 years old by some friends of mine that I grew up with. And they talked about these adventures of going up to 11 Mile Canyon and fishing the Dream Stream and the South Platte. And using artificial flies. I had no idea what they were talking about. But you could see this excitement and enthusiasm when they talked about fly fishing that just made me want to try it. It's a very fun occupation being a fly fishing guide. There's days when you want to pull your hair out and getting trout to cooperate in the hopes that these folks that you're teaching how to fly fish would get to see and feel and have the sensation of what this 12-inch rainbow trout can feel like on the end of a fly rod. Folks pay for fly fishing trips because either they don't know how to fly fish and they want to be educated on how to do it. We take a lot of folks out that are looking to hone their skills and improve upon what they already know. What I love about being a guide is building relationships and taking folks to the river and being able to have a chance to share my passions and my enthusiasm for this sport. It's really contagious. Being a fly fishing guide, there's definitely some hurdles and obstacles along the way. A day to the river where you might have an electrical storm, you may have issues with weather, the river rising or falling, the behavior of these fish. I wish they were all predictable and you could walk up to a stretch of water and tell folks, okay, Bob the brown trout's behind that boulder, he loves to eat caddis larvae, let's go give him heck. Some days can feel that way, and other days can you be pulling your hair out in frustration trying to figure out what this river's doing. Because it snowed the night before and the river's cold and the water's cold and the fish are lethargic and you're trying to get folks to find that fish. So there's obstacles that way in predicting what the weather's doing, what the fish are doing. Trying to adapt and be teachable to folks and learning their teaching or their learning styles and trying to communicate what can be a lot of information in a way that's it's presented that's pretty easy to take in and apply. We're trying to make this as easy on folks as possible, and so good guides do a great job of making it look as easy as possible and getting folks confident about what they're doing, making them feel relaxed so they're not uptight and worried about doing it the exact right way. Why do folks want to fish with Erin Hale? I've got an amazing looking beard, that helps out. Mostly it's my enthusiasm. I'm a pretty contagious personality. Getting to share my passion with folks. I am slightly passionate about fly fishing. That tends to rub off on folks. And to get you to kind of feel this youthful, joyful enthusiasm, this uninhibited, unrestricted joy of seeing a fly get consumed by a fish and feeling that fight, feeling all that goes into that fish and how much he wants to get away from you and how much I want to land that fish and get a picture of you holding it with this big grin that when you're back at your office or back home that you have a memory that you've made. You know, when you bring family or friends out, you get to share this experience and I get to be a part of it. What would I be doing if I wasn't a fly fishing guide? I don't know. I mean, when I got into this, I wanted to because I thought of, if I was retired, what would I be doing? Well, I'd want to teach folks how to fly fish. I'd want to have adventures and travel the world. So if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be in full-time ministry, basically building relationships with folks and sharing my passion for life as well. Being able to help counsel people and ask, how is life going? What's going on with you? And are you happy? Are you doing good? So a counseling aspect or life coach of some sort. I think I'd probably apply that wherever I was, whether I was in the business world or working at a Home Depot or something. I'd probably be still asking folks how they're doing, what's life like, and digging deeper and wading through the adventure that is life together with folks and hopefully doing it with smiles on our faces. But I sure am thankful I get to be a fly fishing guide.